So today we have a different kind of unboxing. This is special to me, and there is a story time that goes along with this. So I'm super excited to open this, and I'll tell you why. So let's get started. Hey everybody, thanks for joining. If you're new, my name is Eva, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back to watch another video. So before we open this package, I thought I would show you very quickly my bag of the day. This is my Coach Lana 23, so that means 23 centimeters across the base. And I just used this for some errands this morning. I had to go drop a package off at my local UPS store. And also I stopped by TJ Maxx on my way home. And this bag is so easy just to grab and go for those quick kind of trips. If you didn't see my unboxing, I will have it linked below. But here, I'll just give you a little shot of how I've got it packed up. And then I have my wallet right here in this middle compartment. Of course, this is my new Louis Vuitton wallet. I've not been able to change out of it since I got it. I'm loving it. And if you're on the fence about adding the Lana to your collection, I highly recommend it. I've really been enjoying it. Okay, now let's move on to opening this package. Now, I'm sure some of you, as soon as you see that this is not a handbag or an accessory or, related to those kinds of things, that you'll click off, and I understand that. But this is pretty special, and I'm going to explain the details here. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so here I've ordered the Requiem, written by John Rutter. And this is the vocal choral score, and it has the piano reduction part, even though when I perform this in the future, which I'm getting ready to tell you about, it will be performed with a full orchestra. Here's a picture of John Rutter on the back. I'll tell you a little bit more about him here in a second, but first I just wanted to tell you, what's the big deal about this? Why is this special to me? I was invited to sing this piece in an upcoming concert, and not just any concert, but a concert that's going to be held in Carnegie Hall in New York. And it's not just with any choir. I've been invited to perform with a director's chorus, which is a group of choral conductors all singing together. If you don't know, I am a choral conductor. And who's going to conduct the group of conductors? Him, John Rutter. John Rutter is the conductor for this concert, and I couldn't be more excited. And if you don't recognize the name John Rutter, actually you will probably know of him or know of his music. He is an English composer, and he was commissioned to write for William and Kate's wedding. So if you watched that wedding, then you heard his music. And also he was commissioned to write a piece for the Queen's Golden Jubilee. And just lately, he was knighted by King Charles. So I guess I should be referring to him as Sir John Rutter. And that just happened recently, so in February of 2025. And if you'd like to read more about that, I will have the article linked below. I first sang a piece by John Rutter when I was about 17 years old. And that experience really stuck with me. And from a conductor's perspective, I have programmed his music numerous times over the years. So let me just tell you a little bit about this piece and why it's special or important to me. I met my husband singing in a choir. We both love to sing choral music. And when we got married, I picked a piece for a choir to sing, and my husband also picked a piece for a choir to sing. The piece that my husband picked is here. It's the 6th movement out of the 7 movements of this multi-movement work. So the 6th movement uses the text, "The Lord is my shepherd," and that's a very well-known text from this Psalm 23. And what I think is interesting about this is that because when my husband and I met and were married, we were already older. I was in my late 30s, he was in his 40s, so we already had quite a bit of life experience behind us. Enough to know that getting married is not just a happily ever after situation, or that it's going to end like a fairy tale. It means that we're going to be partners to go through life together. The ups and the downs, the good and the bad. And just 6 weeks after our wedding, my husband experienced a medical emergency, and it was significant. So I'm not saying that we knew something was coming, but he did have some medical conditions that I was aware of. So we knew that it wasn't just going to be a bed of roses, let's put it that way. But neither one of us expected to have such a serious situation, only 6 weeks after we got married. The text of this, is about comforting in difficult times, and that was almost like a foreshadow of what was to come for us. Now, granted, he's stable now, but it's been, 11 years of ups and downs and roller coasters. I won't get into all the details, but just know it hasn't been easy in terms of watching a loved one go through such difficult times with their health. And I'll fast forward through a lot of the details here about how this comes around full circle. In 2019, I had been invited to be one of the conductors in the Carnegie Hall series through a specific production company. Of course, I accepted the invitation. I'm super excited about it. I had been working with a community choir. The day before we were to leave for New York, we had a big send-off concert, kind of like a dress dress rehearsal to make sure that we were all ready to go. The day of that send-off concert, my husband had a serious medical event happen to him that day. So much so that it didn't look like I was going to be able to go on the trip. I was needed more at home, not only to help with him, but our boys, they weren't even 2 yet. I was needed at home and I had to make that a priority. So all that to say that when I got the invitation to go to New York and participate as a singer, because I had been a previous conductor on their series, or a planned conductor, let's say, I knew this was my chance. I knew this was my chance to go to New York, experience Carnegie Hall as a performer. I've been there before, but as a page turner on stage. That's another story. So I have had the experience of being on stage, but this time I'll actually get to sing and make music myself on the stage. And I'm just so excited about that. And I could not be more excited to sing with John Rutter as my conductor. And then to sing this piece, which has a significant meaning to me. So this time he's gonna stay at home, hold down the fort, take care of the boys so that I can go have some fun. Both artistic fun and also some personal fun. So I've booked my flight, I've booked my hotel, and just yesterday we got an email with the schedule confirmation. So, you know, we had the dates to block, but to get the days, the times, the locations of the rehearsals in New York, like, it just makes it seem so much more real. So thanks for hanging out with me as I tell you this story. If you would like to hear this sixth movement, I will have an excellent performance linked down below, and the article about his recent knighthood will also be linked there. All right, so you take care, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.